Hello everyone, it's Booney back again with another Strategist thought process video. Today, we're taking a look at a recent game I played as Loki and Luna on Central Park. I want to show you how powerful this particular Loki spot is on first point defense. Once again, I'll be hiding enemy ult charges so we can practice our ult tracking together. Thank you everyone for the support and feedback on the last video, it was all very helpful. Here's how to set up on this spot. No, I did not discover it. It was shown to me by a player named Newstone, who was the rank 1 Loki for a while. From here, it's hard for the enemy to dive onto you, and you have a good sight line of the entire point. Be careful though, this spot has poor line of sight around the first corner, so if your team plays too aggressively, they might not have enough healing. You also run the risk of getting poked out by heroes like Hela, Punisher, or Phoenix, but as long as your team is pressuring them, it's hard for them to actually kill you. I see Captain America jump onto the high ground in front of me. A lot of players try to flank behind me on this spot, so I'm being aware for his footsteps getting closer. Now that we've seen what the enemy team is playing, it's time to start considering our plan for their team comp. Both teams are currently running Luna Loki, but they also have a Captain America, meaning that my team is at a slight defensive disadvantage. Luckily for us, we're running Groot Moon Knight. Their ult combo poses a huge threat and means that we should still be able to win teamfights even if they have more defensive ults. Overall, I'm currently most aware of their cap and trying to avoid him being allowed to dive onto me. We also need to be careful about their blade putting healing reduction on my tanks and suddenly bursting down their HP. Strange gets really low here, but because I can provide so much healing into the choke with this spot, he survives without me needing to invest my regeneration domain. Another thing to be aware of with this spot is that your clones will time out after 1 minute, so you need to be paying attention and refresh them when they disappear. Cap dives onto my Luna, but because my Bucky is there to peel and I'm shooting down heals, he's not able to accomplish anything. Another great part of this spot is your ability to rain damage down onto the enemy team. Always look for opportunities to help go for kills. I see my team is critical, so I place a clone and pop my regeneration domain just in case they're in trouble. My ult is up now, so at this point, I'm making sure I have LOS on my Luna at all times so I can copy her if need be. They start pushing in with Luna, so I know a fight is about to start. I want to copy Luna now so I can match the ult. It's typically better for Loki to ult first before the fight fully breaks out, because you never know if you're going to be able to get a copy during the fight. Luna's getting harassed by Cap, so I gotta turn back to ensure she lives. We just finished a team fight, so it's once again time for everyone's favorite ult tracking minigame. Besides just thinking about ults, this time between fights is perfect for repositioning. Don't just stand idly by. Did you figure out what ult they used? They only used Luna Snow, which actually means my team is in pretty big trouble as we committed 4 ults to that fight. They're gonna have 5 ults to play around with to our 2, so we should expect to have a challenging fight where we most likely lose. The goal now isn't really to win the upcoming team fight, it's simply to draw it out as long as we can and force them to use as many resources as possible.
Supernova! Your powers are mine! Ready to put on a show!
They engage right away with Blade ult, so we're forced to Luna ult to keep the team alive. But look how great this spot is. Even with all these ults going on, I haven't taken a single bit of damage. Mag ults, so I position lamps around the point to save my Luna, but Mag unexpectedly goes for my Moon Knight. At this point, as expected due to their ult advantage, the fight is pretty much over. We did our best to hold as long as we could though. My team portals and Moon Knight ults, which you can hear forces them to pop their second Luna ult and Cap ult. This is very big for helping us catch back up in ults. We don't have enough ults to fully retake the point there, but forcing out those defensive ults is a great consolation prize. Unfortunately, my team is doing a poor job restabilizing. Instead of backing up to a safe distance, the fight is being drawn out and we're staggering. This is bad. By doing this, we miss out on being able to defend the first corner of this second section. If you lose a fight, it's always best to give up some space than hold too far up and die. Even with that misplay, we still need to be thinking about ults. Answers incoming. They just used Blade, and they used every other ult during that previous fight. We don't have to worry about any ults right away, but they're likely charging back up soon. I honestly probably didn't need to pop Regeneration Domain here, but I wanted to make sure Cap left and that we all survived. Unfortunately, Groot ult misses, but we do have a pick on their Cap, so this fight should still be winnable.
Put on a show.
I hear Torch ult, so I'm immediately looking for a copy to counter it since we'll need a defensive to hold the space we just regained. Meg ult. I'm looking to get behind my Strange Shield.
Time to vanish. I am strengthened for battle. I outnumber you.
Strange forces out their Luna, but unfortunately I mess up my lamp positioning, so Luna is forced to bail him out with her ult instead. I'm looking to do as much damage as possible in Luna ult to build my ult back up quickly since they have a big ult advantage on us. They copy and our ult is about to end. We are out of defensives now and need to give up space to survive.
Assemble! 1,000 gods! Your powers are
I
mine!
am ready to put on a show.
I managed to charge my ult, but I'm not immediately popping it since Groot just ulted and I have Regeneration Domain back up. They cap ult, but we immediately find a pick and are taking back space, so I don't feel the need to copy just yet. However, now that Cap is running into our backline and I have no cooldowns up, I need to ult if we're going to save Strange. We know they have no defensives, so we want to use this ult to walk them down and gain back as much space as possible. I want to go for the Regeneration Domain on Bucky here, but he's too far away and I just became Loki again, so I end up just wasting it on nothing. They pop Torch ult, which is scary, but I know my Luna is closer to ult than I am, so I want her to survive at all costs. I should be grouping with my Luna here so she can save us with ult. Positioning error on my part. Luckily, we do have Luna ult, which means my team won't immediately lose, but also means I'll be behind on ult charge. While we're just waiting around, let's think about ults again.
I am ready to put on a show.
They used Mag, Cap, Torch, and Blade earlier, and just now, Luna, so their only ult left should be Loki copy. Unfortunately, because I'm behind on ult charge, we don't have anything to match their Luna ult and are thus unable to contest their push for the point. Speaking of ults, now's the perfect time to think about them again. Ready for answers? Mag and Cap were used to open the fight, so they'll be back up soon. Blade and Torch were used near the middle, but are farming damage, so they're probably up pretty soon. And for supports, they should only have Loki ult.
Your god is suffering.
Only 60 seconds left.
I see my tanks taking damage, so I Regeneration Domain to help them take space. Big mistake on my part. I should have copied right here. We know a teamfight is about to break out, and I need to have a defensive ready.
1,000 gods!
Now I'm late on the copy and my team dies to Blade, not to mention I waste my ult on a lost teamfight. Bucky tries to salvage the play with his ult, but it's a 3v6. We're pretty cooked right now. Best we can hope to do is stall the cart with ult and hope we get another teamfight in before they finish pushing. I'm actually glad they mag ult here because I was planning on dying here even if he didn't pop it. Now that I've perished, let's think about what ults are looking like going into the last fight.
Greetings.
Got it? They should have Torch, Luna, and Loki, with only one Luna ult. It's looking pretty unwinnable for us. Our best bet is to play to stall out the clock.
The final 10 seconds.
I outnumber you. I unleash the Vishanti's power.
You'll have to keep fighting.
We run the clock down to overtime. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this result.
I am ready to put on a show.
Gods! Go for long. I have getting there.
That's a wrap on round 1. We made a few mistakes, but it's definitely still a winnable game.
2, 3.
Going into the
battle
second
starts in
round, my
5.
team shuffles a few players around, so I decide to go Luna since Invis Loki is a much weaker combo than Luna Loki. I put Snowflake on my Moon Knight since he said in voice chat he wants to take off angles. My team is getting cooked by torch damage, so I clap to keep them sustained. I get dove by Cap, but instead of trying to fight him, I run to my team so they can bail me out. I pop Clap as soon as it's back up and tell my tanks to walk in so we can take space on the point. Because I told the team to push aggressively with my Clap, the enemy team was unable to handle the sudden burst of pressure. We get this point for free with 0 ults invested. Because we won that fight so fast, there's a chance their team is still working on charging most of their ults. Here's something the enemy team did better than us. Because they didn't all stagger on point, they get to set up a defense on this corner that they blew past on offense. Once again, clapping to sustain the team through Torchbox. I should have been paying more attention to my Moon Knight here, but also why was he trying to duel a Torch? He's not a hit scan. They pop Torch ult, so I tell my Invis in comms I want her to ult first because I think my Luna ult will be important for helping us take space. Instead of running into the ult, I'm hiding around the corner so I don't even give them the option to kill me. Now I know Invis ult is about to end, so I pop Clap to help us sustain and potentially take space. They pop Luna and Blade, so I'm forced to match with my ult. Huge Moon Knight ult here. I know the threat from Blade is over, so I go to damage boost to wipe out the enemy team. Fight's over. Time for the ult track minigame. Ready for answers? They popped all ults except for Cap and Copy, so we're walking into a big defensive disadvantage. Luckily, we make up for that with a huge offensive advantage. In this situation, we want our Strange and Bucky to force out defensives at awkward moments for them, then use Magneto to shut them down. Cap is engaging on me, but because we just lost a tank, I'm focusing on keeping my Strange alive while trusting that my team will be able to deal with the Cap. There's the first of their 2 defensives. We need to keep giving up space so Mag can get back to the fight. Unfortunately, we don't give up enough space, so we lose the fight. Now the team is staggered and we need to wait for people to respawn to restabilize. Now that we're back up to full strength, we can look to push. Most players are going to have ults back by now. It's a mistake that I ulted this rather than letting Invis and I heal each other. We can't afford to be ulting first with our defensive ult combo. Trying to walk up as aggressively as I can while still keeping my Invis healed. She needs to survive so she can ult after me if needed. We pop a lot of ults here again, but we wipe their team out in the process and we'll get the checkpoint before they get back. Let's take this time to think about ults again.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Ready for answers? They have yet to pop Luna or Blade ult. They shouldn't be really close to anything else. Strange just swapped, Psy ulted when I did, and Mag ulted recently as well.
We get to the castle. We
I tell my Invis to walk up because her heals are shorter ranged and I want her to be able to ult in case Blade does. Payload princess time, yippee! While we're waiting around here, if you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton and means you'll get more content just like this.
a nice deep freeze. I am ready to put on a show.
1,000 gods!
Shields up.
Good ult from Invis. I feel safe enough to keep pushing the cart and not run into the ult.
By the eye of Agamotto.
I swear the map moving just saved me from this strange ult. Not complaining about that one bit.
I suck.
They start focusing my tanks down hard, so we're forced to retreat from the cart. I decide to just give up on running and die fast to regroup with the team. Ult track time. Ready? They just used Strange and Blade. Their supports will be back up soon, so will Mag. Biggest threat right now is Psylocke ult.
Now I see them.
Once again, I probably should have tried to heal through this ult, but I see my frontline taking damage and I know we just got a support pick, so I want to walk hard with this ult. Luckily, they also invest Blade ult this fight, and because they're down to support, we walk into the last room easily.
So close. This is your big chance. I suck.
Luckily, they don't even get a chance to retouch, so it's on to round 3.
I don't have to be center stage.
Imagine if we had played our defense just a bit better. Maybe we would have simply won the game right here. Now that we're back on defense, I'm back on Loki since they did a terrible job of getting me off this spot in their last push. Because they never shot my clones before, I'm holding them as late as I can to prevent them from despawning too early.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Because they only have 60 seconds, they only really have one fight. All we need to do is not die, hold alt, wait until their time is up, then unload resources and wipe them. They have Phoenix, so they're actually shooting my clones now. Always be aware of their HP on the left of the screen so you know when to replace them.
Please. Much better.
Being at no clones up with 2 in my pockets is a mistake. I need to replace them ASAP. There we go. Thank you, Booney. Jeez. Losing Moon Knight sucks, but we immediately trade a pick on a tank so they can't just waltz into the point. Once again though, you can see that I haven't really been pressured on this spot at all. Just been able to do whatever I want and heal my team for free.
Your powers are mine!
At this point, they're desperate. 3 people walk onto point and die instead of grouping up on their Strange portal, and Luna is forced to ult just to stay on point. Goated body block from the tanks, and that's a wrap on round 3. I'm pretty sure I actually took 0 damage that round. Wild. Back on offense now, so I'm back to Luna.
4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Strange calls to stand on the torch box to build support alt charge, which is a very interesting strategy indeed. It's a double-edged sword though, since torch also gets alt charge. Once again, using Clap to help my team take aggressive positions on point. Also once again, my mag finds a random early pick, which is very nice. And that's a wrap. Their Loki didn't set up in the right spot again, so we get to just walk onto the point for free. I hope you all found this match helpful. Please let me know in the comments what other heroes you'd like to see breakdowns of. Luna Loki is usually what I end up playing because it's kind of what the meta dictates right now, but I'll try to get some variety in there if people want to see certain heroes. Here are the final stats for those interested. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.